It's recording.
All right, the purpose of this video and this presentation is to show a strategy map to improve the performance of each student, a communication plan that includes formal and informal methods for leadership, communication, and staff, parents, stakeholders, and vice versa, to improve the well-being for our students in our school district. The presentation also includes a SWOT analysis to analyze the internal and external strengths and weaknesses and methods to improve and enhance the organization. Vision. We will construct a world-class school system, internationally competitive, school system where all pupils will advance and are college and career ready. Our school district mission. It is essential to construct a world-class academic environment through education, collaboration, and innovation. Innovation is change that creates a new dimension of performance. Higher academic success to increase the graduation rate, increase students' performance, and increase CCRPI. Community engagement. Establish internal and external community initiatives. Improve the perception of the school system in a positive manner. Attract collaborative partnerships in the business community. Communication. Establish transparent communication and implement it throughout all sectors in the school system and community-wide. Identify resources for two-way communication. Increase effective communication overall for all stakeholders. High-performing work culture. It is essential for the school district to hire and retain quality personnel, professional learning and development for the personnel, and create a succession plan. Operational effectiveness. Establish policies and procedures for effectiveness. Increase service and responsiveness. Develop a collaborative budgeting process. Strategic plan method. Feedback control is a method that principals and teachers can use to gauge how efficiently cross-functional teams meet quantifiable objectives at the end of a standard or summative standards to gauge the progress and success and failure rate of our students. Feedback control assesses the group growth by relating the output the staff planning on creating to what is fact is produced. Case in point, a key focal point in on our staff meeting at the beginning of the school year was to address the subpart end of the year test scores, particularly math scores for each grade level. Secondly, the principal implemented an action plan. The plan included teachers from each grade level meeting each Thursday after school to collaborate and come up with innovative strategies and assessments to gauge ongoing learning for the students. Next, it is essential to have a communication action plan. One of the action plans that I feel like would be beneficial to our school is like having a formal communication channel. Relationships are constructed and upheld by progressive meeting with others. Dialogue will be vital to this development, and without active skill, it will be problematic to appropriately create and nurture productive interaction. Our upward communication will allow each student, each teacher, and grade level within our organization to use quantified and quantitative data from the student pre-assessment, formative assessment, to collaborate and create functional teams to identify the strengths, weaknesses for each student in their learning environment. It is also important to have a crisis communication management team. There is no time idle in higher education. There's merely a modification and urgency. The summertime months will offer us an opening to calculate, planning, reporting, and proceed a new creative and attaching more profoundly with coworkers. It is also valued time to echo on crisis communication. We recognize crisis can take place at any time. Nonetheless, the summer months may offer a reprieve as the school doings reduce during this period. It's dire that lawful councils deliberate in on all communication and is involved in the line of attack and planning get-togethers. Our SWOT analysis will focus on the strength and the internal execution. Our staff at Columbia Elementary has made a pledge to become more proactive for each student, parent, and colleagues. Our school district has increased the step pay for the entire workforce to attract qualified teachers and to retain staff within this district. The voters approved a 1% sales tax for SPLOT in the last election. This allowed the school district to attain the technology department to replace all Dell computers and Chromebooks for the students and staff. I have personally created a math club for the student enrichment to improve students' end of the year test scores. Professional development for each teacher in each content area will also serve as a great component to better serve our students. The weaknesses that the teachers within the district were somewhat apprehensive to the new performance assessment for students called the MAP performance assessment. Our students, our school lost the technology teacher from the computer lab due to lack of financial cutbacks. Another weakness was limited funds for computer resources for students such as BrainPop, Study Island, and My Own Reading for students' rigor and level learning program. Opportunity for external environment. Our school has made improvements on changing some of the negativity within the school. If we can be more enthusiastic about the profession, this will have a positive impact on the culture of the school for all participants involved. The district has announced that they are working with the banking institution to create financing for teachers who work within the district to purchase a home within the district. The police department, in the early stages of creating a scare straight for all at-risk students in order to put and keep them on the right path in life. The county is currently testing all schools in the district for lead in the water supply system for each school. Threats. The governor is encouraging the state government to put into law for states to take over at-risk schools that has failed 3 consecutive years. Our tax base continues to decrease from the collapsed economy from prime mortgages from over a decade ago. Many of our schools that are at risk, many of our schools in at-risk neighborhoods continue to be underfunded and a growing trend of gang activity. The growing trend of transient families within the district which don't afford the stability the students need for academic and maturity growth. This complete my presentation. Thank you very much.